everyone, it's Kara here, otherwise known as Boho Berry around the interwebs, hence my channel name, Boho Berry on the AT. But I wanted to hop on today because I've been kind of hinting at on all of my social media platforms lately that I'm planning on hiking the Appalachian Trail. I'm going northbound from Georgia to Maine this year, and I thought it was about time that I put out my very first video on this new channel. So a lot of you are coming over from my main channel, which is just Boho Berry, where I do a lot of bullet journal, pens, paper, digital planning, all that sort of stuff. So this is kind of a 180, totally different way to kind of get to know me. So you're actually kind of getting the raw and unedited version of me. On my main channel, I don't show my face a whole lot. Normally you just see my hands working at a desk. But here I figured, why do I need to dress up? Do I need to put makeup on for this video? I was like, screw it. I don't. I put a little mascara on because who are we kidding? You gotta have a little something. But I wanted this channel to be a little more unedited. Let's put it that way. So I figure while I'm out on the trail, you're gonna see me without makeup every day. Why am I gonna bring that extra weight? So why not start now? So it does make me a little nervous. I normally, like before filming this, I was like, gosh, I should really put makeup on. Like my skin is so red right now. I'm breaking out. Hot mess, really. But then I decided, you know what? The trail is going to be super unedited. I'm not going to have makeup out there no matter what my skin is doing. So I'm going to start now and we'll see how it goes. And I figure a lot of people are probably going to be meeting me for the very first time here, since I'm going to be posting Appalachian Trail videos all year long. So I thought, what better way to kick off this channel than for me to sit down, have a little story time, and tell you a little bit about me, why I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail, and what I hope to get out of this whole experience. So let's backtrack a little bit. I am from Florida originally, and when I was 6 years old, my mother remarried and my stepdad got a job in Costa Rica. So we actually moved to Costa Rica when I was about 6, and I moved back to the States when I was 15 to start high school there and lived with my grandmother in Florida. But I spent almost 9 years in Costa Rica, and it was just an amazing experience. Growing up, Spanish was basically my first language. I mean, I spoke English obviously before we went there, but I grew up kind of as a native Spanish speaker. So fun fact about me, fluent in Spanish. And some of the most amazing memories in my life are from that time that I spent in Costa Rica, and I loved it so much. I still adore Costa Rica. If any of you went to school with me in Costa Rica, hi, shout out to you guys. I miss you all so much. But anyway, let's fast forward a little bit because you don't need to hear my whole entire life story. But long story short, I ended up eventually in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where I met my ex-husband, and we had a beautiful daughter, Isabella, who you will meet later on this year. She's going to be hiking a portion of the trail with me. And unfortunately, as things sometimes do, we married really young. Things didn't work out the way we planned. We ended up getting divorced when my daughter was just 2 years old. She's 13 now, by the way. We did move to Cape Girardeau, Missouri, where I lived for about 8 years. And I met my current husband, Mark, there. And he is in the United States Marine Corps. And I'm very proud of him. We have been married for about 5 years now, together for almost 6. And we now live in central New Jersey. Now, up until 2015, I had spent the last 15 years in the bar and restaurant industry. I was everything from a hostess, waitress, bartender, manager, line cook, all sorts of things. And I had spent about 15 years in that industry, and I kind of woke up one day and realized that maybe wasn't what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I actually kind of I definitely quit my job as a restaurant manager and bartender, and I decided I wanted to work from home. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just knew that I didn't want to do what I was doing anymore, and I needed to do something different. And I was very lucky to have my husband, Mark, who is super supportive, and we struggled a lot financially during that time when I was trying to figure out my life. But eventually, my business dreams kind of took off, and I was able to build not only a business, but a really amazing community of people that are passionate about planning, bullet journaling, and everything else. So it's been an amazing, amazing ride. Here we are 4 years later. I am providing an extra income for my family. It's absolutely great. But last year, I got this wild notion that I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail. And it's not something that just came out of the blue. I've known about the Appalachian Trail, and you're going to hear me, by the way, go back and forth between calling it the Appalachian Trail, which is what I called it my entire life, and the Appalachian Trail, which is what I'm told is the proper way to call it. So when I think about it, I'll say it right. When I'm not thinking, I may say it wrong. Just let's go with it, okay? Anyway, I had known about the Appalachian Trail for a very, very long time, and I always thought that would be such a cool experience to go out and hike the whole thing. For those of you that don't know, the Appalachian Trail is almost 2,200 miles, depending on the year. Sometimes there's reroutes and closures and things like that, so it really depends on the year, the exact length of the trail, but it's always around 2,200 miles, and it runs from Mount Katahdin in Maine to Springer Mountain in Georgia. So it crosses 14 states, and most people that decide to through hike or hike the entire trail in 1 year decide to go from south to north, from Georgia to Maine, just to kind of stay with the seasons and the weather and everything. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. But anyway, I always thought it was such a cool idea. Like, there's people that do this. They can take 5, 6, 7 months sometimes to take off work and go just hike. Like, it sounded amazing to me, but not really something that was ever feasible in my life. So last year I was sitting down and I was thinking about what some of my big goals were for the future. And my husband and I have been talking about trying to get pregnant, which is something we've wanted for a little while. We have actually been trying for about a year at this point, and we haven't been successful. We haven't started going through any sort of fertility treatments or medications or anything like that. We've just been trying the natural way. But we kind of sat down and talked about what some of our big goals were. And one of them was having a child. And another big goal of mine was to hike the Appalachian Trail sometime before I leave this earth. So we sat down and we said, listen, let's try for the baby. And if in a few months nothing's happening, we can keep trying or practicing, but let's plan on you doing your through hike. And that's what my husband told me. So supportive. Again, amazing guy. So that's what we've done. We've kept trying. Nothing has really happened. And all along, I've been planning for my alternate goal, which is to hike the Appalachian Trail. So here we are. Today is January 23rd. I am a little under 2 months away from setting out on the Appalachian Trail. And I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I've never been on an overnight backpacking trip in my life. I have done a lot of camping. I've done a little bit of hiking, but I've never been out backpacking, and much less out backpacking alone. So there's a lot of fear of the unknown going on here, but also I kind of alternate between being terrified and being absolutely ecstatic that this is actually happening and it's going to be amazing. So obviously I have been researching gear. I have done a few little shakedown hikes to feel out my gear. I haven't camped overnight yet, but I have camped in my backyard. I don't know if that counts, but I have practiced setting up my tent in the rain. I have practiced taking it down in the rain. So it's not like I'm going out there blind, but yeah, it's just been kind of an adventure getting all of my gear together, making a plan. One big aspect is that my daughter Isabella is coming out to hike the trail with me for about 5 weeks over the summer. So wherever I am, she's going to come meet me and we're going to start hiking together. So I've been having to plan like different gear lists for me and her. I actually have 4 gear lists. I have 4 gear lists. I have my winter gear list. I have my warm weather gear list. I have my gear list of what I'm going to carry when my daughter is with me, and then I have my daughter's gear list of what she's going to carry when she's hiking with me. So it's been a lot, but I'm a planner by nature, so it's been a really fun challenge to try to get everything together. Now, I know the big question is why? Why do you want to do this? And I don't have a very solid answer other than I see it as a huge challenge, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And what I do for work, I am always on screens. I'm on my phone, I'm on social media all the time, I'm filming videos, I'm answering emails, I'm always on my computer. And in the last few years, I've started to feel that need to get back out in nature. Like when I lived in Costa Rica, I was outside all the time. Like, you can keep me in the house. And that kind of faded as I grew older and older. And I really want to get back to that love of nature and just being out there. Obviously, the social aspect, I'm looking forward to meeting new people while I'm out on the trail. But more importantly, I think it's just about taking 5 to 6 months. I'm hoping to finish by 6 months at the very latest. Taking that time to really be with myself. I don't get to do that very often. I'm always on, I'm always working. My husband will tell you I'm a huge workaholic. It's horrible. If I am near my computer or my iPad or my phone, chances are I'm checking emails or doing something. So this is a huge opportunity for me to get out there and do something completely different for a little while and live a different life. For those of you curious that are coming over from my main page and know about my business and everything else, a lot of people have been asking me, how are you going to take 5 to 6 months off to go hike the Appalachian Trail? What's going to happen to Boho Berry? I want to reassure all of you that Boho Berry is continuing on. My business is not closing down. Our digital shop will still be open. Our Etsy shop will still be open. And we're still going to be shipping our subscription box every month. So no worries there. I'm doing a metric ton of work ahead of time to make sure that everything runs smoothly while I'm gone. And I'm very lucky to have a great team to help me make sure everything continues. The big change is going to be on my main YouTube channel. I'm really not going to be posting a whole lot of videos. All of my videos, obviously from the trail, are going to be posted here on this channel. So I didn't want to flood my other channel with AT videos, but I did want to have a place where everybody could come watch and catch up on my journey. So I am going to be publishing a video approximately every 4 days to a week. And each video is actually going to be about 2 weeks behind my actual date so that, I don't know, for security reasons, nobody knows exactly where I am on the trail except for the people that I want to. As far as everything else goes, I am going to be filming pretty much everything on the trail. I have decided to actually hire someone to help me edit and publish my videos because I don't want the headache of having to edit my videos and find places to upload them while I'm out on the trail. So every night, or probably every time I'm in a town with Wi-Fi, I'll be uploading all of my footage to a Dropbox or something like that, and my editor is going to be taking care of everything for me from there. So I'm super excited about that. That was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, not worrying about the editing process. Other than that, I'll just be checking in along the way. I'll be posting on my regular Instagram account, boho.berry, so you can follow me there if you want kind of trail updates or prep updates before I get on the trail. And I do plan on having a couple more videos before I leave. So I want to show you all of my gear, what I'm taking with me, and some stuff that I've ordered for when my daughter's out on the trail with me. And I might even show you a little bit into my Appalachian Trail planning journal so you can see how I've been planning everything out on paper. So I just want to say thank you for watching this intro. I know it's probably longer than it should be, but I tend to ramble, and you'll get to know that about me pretty quickly if you don't already. To those of you that came over from my main channel, thank you so much. I'm so glad for your support and that you're as excited as I am. And if you are just finding me for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the journey. And yeah, we'll see you all soon. Bye.